everyone, thanks for stopping by. I'm Kara Elizabeth, a 3-5 emotional manifestor, here to provide you with your weekly energetic weather report via human design, a system that combines aspects of astrology, the I Ching, the chakra system, and the Kabbalistic tree of life. Now, every human design journey begins with looking up your unique human design chart, and you can do that at www.myhumandesign.com. Transits are the specific energies that are present in the universe at any given moment. I go over the sun and earth, the sun being our main experience and the earth being how we're grounding in it. And each transit tends to hang around for about 6 days. Now, my goal is to provide you with a general cosmic heads up on how you can expect to feel, what you can expect to experience, and how to best navigate your week. So if you're ready to go, let's get started. All right, you guys, here we grow. You love what I did there? That's so cute. Okay, anyways, the transits have officially shifted for the week, and for the next 6 days or so, because the transit shifted late last night, but somewhere between 8 and 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, we are going to be transiting the solar plexus / emotional center. So it's going to be a watery week, folks. So let's go ahead and just dive right on in. So the sun, which is going to be our main theme and energetic experience for the week, is going to be transiting through gate 6. This is the gate that I like to call the penis of the human design chart, because it's going to poke and poke and poke and poke at you to try and go deeper. And so, of course, this one brings in the energy of intimacy, because it wants to bond, and it's going to poke at you and see if you're ready to go really deep with it and bond in a more deeper way than normal. So with this, the gift of it is intimacy. So like I said, and so for the next 6 days or so, you, me, and the rest of humanity are going to be effortlessly skilled at creating closeness and intimacy with people. So most of us walk around with barriers up that prevent this bonding. A person with this gift, which is all of us, has a natural warmth and strength that breaks through these barriers and makes people feel safe enough to let their guard down. This is the meaning of true intimacy. Being comfortable enough to just be who you are without the need to front or protect. This gift is about breaking down your own barriers so that you can get the party started. So how can we make the most of this energy? Well, make no mistake, friends, this is one of the most valuable gifts that you can have. And guess what? The universe has given it to us for the next 6 days. So here we grow. Both for bringing meaning and depth to your relationships and for helping you manifest your dreams. Oh my goodness, do you see what is happening? There are so many transits happening right now, which I go into more than just the sun and earth on my Patreon. You can find the link in the detail box below. The universe is really, really pushing us to figure out what we want, and also to manifest our dream life and get rid of everything in our lives currently that does not support us living our best life. So this is just another one. So here we go. A warm person like you is going to magnetize people and opportunities to you like crazy when you can be unafraid of creating closeness with anyone that you may meet. It requires a total acceptance of who you are so that you're transmitting the message of being totally comfortable in your own real essence, which then is going to set the tone for all of the rest of your interactions. You, Y-O-U, are the tone setter. So make sure that you come correct, and it will be one of your greatest assets. You can peer straight through to people's real selves and have them interact with you from your core. This is not something that you're going to have to force. It's just something that you have to simply allow. And to allow it, the only thing you need to do is just get out of your own way. It's that easy. And so now, most importantly, where can we get blocked here from experiencing the highest level of this gift that we've been given for the next 6 days? And there's a few different ways. So the first way is by people pleasing, which, we've all been conditioned to have people pleasing tendencies. It feels good to be rewarded, for doing a job well done, but sometimes we can go a little bit overboard with that, and we're not trying to please ourselves anymore. We're trying to please someone else to get those like rewards from the outside. I mean, we all know what people pleasing is. I really don't have to explain it to you. So with this gift, you are very commonly loved by others. But the negative expression of this gift is becoming so used to being liked as a source of validation or worth that you become a people pleaser. This in turn limits the gift 6 because if you're interacting with the aim of being liked, it's going to block your organic bonding ability. Now, the next way we can get blocked up here is by pushing people away. So being truly close to others can leave us feeling exposed, at risk of judgment, or even sometimes hurt. And sometimes it can be easier to be intermittently distant or cold as a form of protection. This is normal. It's okay. A big potential for healing in your life is when you decide that sure, it's scary, but it's worth it for the potential of deep love and closeness. So, doesn't that just feel yummy? So maybe some fears might come up for you, but this is going to be the week. Push past them. All right, and then last but not least, where we can get blocked up here is by being unnecessarily confrontational. This ability to break through people's barriers also gives us a real force to your presence. Another potential misuse of this gift is going to be applying too much force, which is going to be being confrontational or frictionless with others because it makes you feel your own power and strength. This is not real power, though. So use your ability to touch people deep in their souls to leave something good behind wherever you go. And that's it, folks. That is going to be our main energetic experience for the week. So with that, let's go ahead and dive into our Earth experience. So Earth, this energy that we're going to be transiting in, which is going to be gate 36, also out of the emotional center, this is going to help us ground in our sun experience. So with this, it's all about turning darkness into light. And I believe this is also known as the gate of crisis. This is one that I have a love-hate relationship with, but all in all, it's really, really great. And I say that on a very general type of way because, like I said, I have a love-hate relationship with this one. But I can also see where it's coming in to really support us in creating these deep bonds with other people, because this is another emotional gate that really helps us do a deep dive into our emotions and go really deep. So this is just a week for connecting with others, and I'm talking connecting deeply with others. This one is going to help us go even deeper. So let's go ahead and dive right on in to see what this one's all about. So on a surface level, the gift of 36 is going to be people who can really feel life deeply. So like I just said, most of humanity puts all of their attention on the daily twos and fros, whereas gift 36 is going to see the whole game. They effortlessly go under the hood and tap into the deeper layers of life. And they know it's a fragile, heart-exploding, and heartbreaking miracle all at the same time. The depths to which they can feel what life really is can both light them up to the core and pierce them straight through the heart. Because we're going to be unusual in this way, we may mistake this ability for just being a bit crazy, silly, dramatic, or think that we have to toughen up a bit to be successful. But in reality, it is so evolved and wise to be this way, to see and go where other people can't or won't go. So this week, we're being called to be brave enough to look at the shadows and drag them into the light, only to see that, hey, they're not so bad or scary after all. So maybe discomforts, fears, anxieties are just light in disguise that the universe also uses to help us evolve. Maybe they are blessings or have messages. Maybe they're beautiful parts of humanity too. It's all about learning to dance with the shadows and integrate them and transform them into more light. This is when life becomes even sweeter and more joyful than our brains can even dream up. And with the gift of 36 that we've been given for the next 6 days, you can become a master in the realm of human feelings. And what is life if not for all the states it creates in our insides? A spectrum that unites us all no matter who we are. And the more we can tap into the gift 36 gives us and just simply allow ourselves to feel it all fully, the more we can then open our hearts and the more powerful we can become. And in fully embracing our connection with life, we can then model what kind of life is possible for others too. And that's on a surface level, you guys. Sounds deep enough already. Oh, but it goes further. So on a deeper level, we are going to be people who can really understand everyone, because we are going to have this ability to feel super deep, and we can feel how someone else is feeling, even if we haven't gone through the exact same situation or hardship. This is a gift of deep empathy and compassion. But more than that, we are meant to use this deep understanding of the human experience to better whatever it is that we offer and can do with our lives. So how can we make the most out of this energy? And there's a couple of things here. So the first is by remembering your light power. You are at your best when you are unafraid to look at the negative, while also remembering that the negative is never more powerful than you, never bigger than your ability to conquer it or transmute it, never so threatening or shameful or overwhelming that you can't overcome it. The more you can cultivate faith in your own capabilities, faith in the goodness of the universe, and faith in how everything that comes our way is perfect for us, the more you are going to float over the darkness and slay it with absolute fucking grace. And not necessarily because you have to fight and suppress it head on, but because you're unafraid enough to lovingly shine a light on it while remaining unattached to it, which is all that's needed for it to just simply dissolve into the wind. And another way we can flex this energy is by not being afraid or judgmental of your own darkness. So for us, there is so much wisdom in it, and you're meant to go there. Mine for the gold and use that gold to lift your world up. Let there be no emotion, no fear, no negative situation so bad that you can't look at it and get clear on exactly what's going on here. Because what you find when you look is the very magic the universe wants to implant in you by way of sending you that so-called bad situation in the first place. And then no matter what you create from that magic, whether you speak or write about it, create a product out of it, or spread that gold at your workplace, this is true alchemy, transmuting the dark into light. And this is really reminding me of a conversation that I had with a friend not too long ago. And it's something that I often have to remind myself of as well, because it can be so easy for us to get stuck in our past negative experiences and get stuck in that victim mode of, like, why did this happen to me? Like, why did these terrible things have to happen? If this hadn't have happened, I would have been a better person, blah, blah, blah. There's all of the things that the mind can come up with about our past experiences and how they were so terrible and so traumatic and blah, blah, blah. And let me preface this as I'm not trying to negate any sort of like trauma or, difficult experiences that you've experienced. But it's like there comes a time when these experiences can begin to hold us back from experiencing what life has to offer and for experiencing all that our path and life journey wants us to experience. So it's almost like we can get stuck in this kind of like trauma loop and then we're not sure how to get out of it. And so where I'm leading with this conversation is there just comes a time in life where you have to stop letting all of this shit hold you back and, not necessarily get rid of it because, those experiences have shaped who you are, and they truly served a purpose in creating you and just who the fuck you are today in this moment. And so they're beautiful in that sense, but there comes a time when you have to stop letting them hold you back from experiencing life and allow it to propel you forward. It's like you just have to get to a point where it's almost just you accept that it's there. You accept that you had these traumatic experiences. You accept that you have these wounds and use them as fuel. Like, this takes me back to the movie The Waterboy. It's like when they tell him, like, use all of his anger as tackling fuel, like use it as tackling fuel. And that's exactly like what I'm going to tell you today. And it's also what I have to remind myself is stop letting the shit hold you back and use it to propel you forward. Use it to create with, like, get creative with it. Because, in all reality, you may not be able to fully get rid of it. It may never fully heal. So if it's always going to be there, you may as well take it and let it fucking serve you in some way instead of holding you back. So anyways, what can block us here? Let's move on. Where can we get blocked up? And that is by taking the darkness so heavily. So darkness is not personal. We all have it. Seeing its universality will help you feel how whole you are, how whole you've always been, and in turn, how everybody else is too. Emotions are simply transient visitors, here to help us and enhance our experience. Similarly, it's important that you don't seek out the lows because of drama. Just because you can feel lows doesn't mean that there's validity in seeking them out for the sake of it or making them become your identity, like I was just talking about. They can leave just as quickly as they arrive, especially when we don't take them so heavily or feel afraid of them. When you feel into the depths while keeping your own state as bright and high as possible, that's the magic formula that's going to snuff out the darkness. We can't change the darkness into anything if we're loving staying in dramatic states ourselves. So once you've got to this place of keeping faith and hope no matter what you look at, you can help others realize there are no depths they can't transform either. Boom, there you go. So instead of getting stuck there and being all, woe is me, I've had these terrible past experiences, use it. Use it to your advantage. It's there. Why not just take it and use it for good? And that's exactly what Jenna is referring to here and where we can get blocked. So take that. This is also not going to be our main experience. It's just going to be there in the background supporting us in creating deep bonds with others. And so no matter how this one shows up for you this week, because of course we're all very unique individuals, and so we're all going to have very unique experiences with this. Just keep your mind open and see your experiences this week for what they truly are. Allow the light in, allow it to transform you, and simply allow it to serve you in creating the life of your dreams, because that's what it's all for. It's all to support you in becoming your most authentic self and creating your most authentic and best life. So with that being said, that is your transit for the week. Comment below, let me know about your experiences and how you're feeling, because this is going to be a super feely type of week. And of course, all of my links are going to be down in the description box below. I've been doing a lot of tarot readings and Akashic Record readings lately, so those have been super fun. So there's links to that below. The links to purchase readings with me are going to be in my Etsy shop. So with that being said, I'm going to leave you with a good luck, and I love you, and I will see you guys next week.